All right, let's do it.
People. I got management. I got people who like works for Twitter. And yes, I know your location. It was no LA. Like, how low of a person do you have to be to use cancer to clickbait to get impressions? You know how much of an actual loser you have to be to use cancer to clickbait for impressions? Like, that's sad. That's weird. Like, that you have to just really, like, actually, like, I raised money for breast cancer because of my...
Bro, these fucking insane clip channels that have been the bane of my existence for like the last 3 years got so out of hand that they started going after their own like favorite content creators, like I Show Speed, like beloved content creators, or content creators that they're supposed to be like in line with. But I've been dealing with this shit for fucking 3 years now, I think, or 4 years at this point.
My mom had breast cancer, and for a page to just like use that just to get impressions, and not only that, but lie about it to get impressions, it's so weird.
Since the monetization of content, we've seen nasty creators do nasty things in order to boost viewership. Clickbaiting is the phrase that started it all, but now this has just turned to rage bait / fake news / disgusting clip pages, putting out fake captions in order to entice viewership, in order to get those 2 cents off of X. The lies, the false narratives, all used to confuse an audience and ultimately galvanize a collection of people against a certain creator in order to do 2 things: prop up a different creator and make those pennies. And we're here to look at how damaging that stuff can be to the entire ecosystem as a whole. If you're new to this channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Us unemployed have got to stick together. Think of it as a gift from you to me during this holiday season. Now, let's get back into the video. Now, just a month ago on this channel, we talked about how these clip pages have gotten out of control and how this secret behind the scenes component in the streaming industry that people were taking seriously would be the downfall of the streaming world.
Of some drama where it got a kick or steak logo on that motherfucker. Do your research.
I will now be suing every clip that is posted about me that is with a steak logo that is out of context to try to get hate on a situation that is not even happening. And then I see all these idiots in the comments, oh, Lacey this, Lacey that. How could Lacey do this? It's not real, bro.
Oh no, the worst thing I hate is you go on TikTok and it's a false ass caption that just did not happen, and everybody believes that.
Bro, it's so crazy. I've been dealing with this for years. Every single one of these motherfuckers got paid by Steak initially to do fuck Hassan content over and over again.
Yes.
And somehow since that video, especially with all the drama that's been going on in the streaming world, this problem has just gotten worse. It's no longer used to spread these fake narratives and storylines, but ultimately it's ruining...
Does it amuse you? No, it doesn't, because they're all fucking right-wing shitheads too. I've been one guy tanking this shit for like the last 3 years. People unfortunately are too stupid to realize, especially when it's tied to like ideology or politics too. It takes a new life on its own. It's one of the craziest things I fucking experienced for the past couple of years. Like, the reason why I say it's like ideological too is because like misogyny actually works really well, right? Racism works really well. Misogyny works really well. So a lot of those guys will go like, oh, look at like Pokimane, Valkyrae, and Cinna. They're all so old. And they get like fucking 40,000 likes on that shit. And it's like, brother, like, you should be thrown in a fucking vat of acid, okay? If that's like how you're behaving, that's how you're operating. Like, Jesus Christ, do you not have like a single fucking family member that's a woman? Really? Like, this is what you're doing? Like, this is how you're making $20? I mean, sure, you're not a fucking ICE agent at least, so that's good. But god damn, dude. We need to throw Kick Champ into the industrial furnace.
The careers of these content creators and hurting their relationships with other streamers. Now, typically when you see these types of pages, you think of the big guys, the Feared Bucks, the Scuba Ryans, you know, these guys just acting as the CNN or MSNBC type of pages for the streaming / internet entertainment industry. Real credible places and spaces to get news about what's going on. You know, no funny business, no gimmicks. But the industry has changed. Elon Musk introduced monetization.
No, those motherfuckers also do funny business, for the record. They also do funny business. They're not actually legitimate sources of news either. They do the same exact bullshit. I guess they're better than the fucking kick champs and all those other like kick content creators or kick aggregators. But they absolutely do the same shit. They were the fucking pioneers of this kind of clip culture. It's just a low ass bar, I guess, and the bar keeps getting lower and lower, but they were there. They were there in the beginning.
On X, TikTok introduced, the creator rewards program that rewards you for getting a bunch of views. And all this ultimately means is, hey, we need to get as many views as possible to our different platforms. And for what it's worth, and I can honestly...
You are disparaging a black man right now. There's got to be white supremacy. Scuba Ryan has offered to do paid promo for you in my DMs before, by the way. Ostenox should have fucking taken it, dude. Why didn't you take the deal? L team, L editor, dude. L editor. It was going to be a whole bit, but negotiations fell through when I wanted him to post vegan propaganda. Well, I'm glad that Scuba Ryan is a principled propagandist. What's on the plate, buddy? It's vegan ueri. Yeah, no, I'm eating tofu chicken.
Honestly say this sitting on the side of somebody who creates commentary YouTube videos is that rage bait, negative stuff, anger baiting, all those things like that generate more views than positive stuff. Hell, even if it's not 100% true. And so now there's this incentive for these platforms to make fake stories in order to spread these different narratives, because ultimately views equal dollars, whether it be from the platform or from outside sponsorships. The most recent example that I can think of is this Kai Cenat Gigi breakup situation.
Bro, I swear to God, it's they do this with like Misgive too. So Misgive got a fucking Kick deal, right? And as soon as he got a Kick deal and he went over to Kick, a lot of the same content aggregators started making videos about Misgive. And it's crazy because they're not positive. They're negative videos about Misgive. So they are, in some ways, they're like they're agnostic. They just don't care if it's a negative attention that you're receiving or if it's positive attention that you're receiving, where they will literally just farm impressions regardless, without any care or consideration for making him look good. And it's one of the most insane things I've seen. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's just all about impressions, because I guess like they've realized that if you can't farm positive stuff about a content creator that got on Kick, then you'll farm negative shit, because ultimately it still creates eyeballs for the content creator.
Story populated that Kai Cenat's ex-girlfriend Gigi started cheating on him with NBA YoungBoy of all people, and that's the reason why she broke up with him, or he broke up with her. Now, the source of this allegation was none other than DJ Academics, but the problem is that DJ Academics never said any of these things.
Some rumors going around that Kai Cenat's girlfriend, Gigi, is cheating on him with NBA YoungBoy via DJ Academics on his live stream. Now, y'all want to know the truth about this? Because I got all the details.
Tell us.
I got 4K proof. Now, let me stop. I got 4K proof. Here's the thing, chat. This is not true. And, bro, I just want to tell y'all this, man. I know all y'all be loving Kai and whatever, and this is why I realized, like, me and Kai, we've talked, not recently, but like we've talked multiple times, just offline and shit like that. Man, when y'all love a nigga, y'all be just attacking other motherfuckers no matter what. Bro, how I get caught up in the group chat?
What's interesting in this situation is that DJ Academics goes on in that monologue to talk about how he streams to a massive amount of audience. And due to him streaming to a massive amount of audience on a nightly basis, you would think that there was some sort of clip that would support these claims. But ultimately, there never was. People just took this and ran with it.
Academics reported that Kai Cenat's girlfriend Gigi is cheating on him with YoungBoy. And I said it on a live stream that I stream to 15,000 people every night. 15,000 people. And there's not one video clip of me saying this.
Yeah.
And people are running with it. Yo, Act said this. Bro, come on, man. Y'all got to stop this, man. Y'all got to stop. Bro, I look at my DM. It's all the wide linebackers, all the big back chicks from Shade Room. They're threatening to kill me. Yo, Kai, you got to put a statement out, gang. Please.
Now, Academics isn't a squeaky clean church mouse, and we'll get to him in just 2 seconds, but it's amazing the things that a lie can do to the people that are involved in it. We're not just talking about this affecting DJ Academics. When Kai Cenat took to Twitter to report that he was single and never going to be in a relationship again, this story picked up headwinds. So much so that it seemingly impacted Gigi, his ex-girlfriend, when she came to the internet and posted her comments about the situation. She said, and I quote, "I left. Now you want to get on the internet and rush to paint a false narrative about me off a fake Twitter post is insane. I never cheated on him, and you know that. I have never dealt with that man. Play that sympathetic role somewhere else, please." But Gigi, sweetheart, I'm here to tell you, Kai never ran with this narrative either. So now we have two people in an actual relationship, or what was an actual relationship, consuming this BS, this nonsense, and this slop, and it's ultimately dividing them further than where they were. Another problem with these lies is that once one lie happens, more lies get added onto that lie, only supporting it. Mind you, none of these things are attached to
I literally don't care. Yeah, I mean, you can think about it as just like drama, but there is also a political association with this anyway. And and that is the reason why I was covering it, where like it's not just gossip shit. They do actually foment reactionary takes all the fucking time. It's straight up it's a way to fucking manipulate people over and over again. It's basically, in the way that you can understand it, it's fucking psyop, okay?
Truth at all. This tweet is talking about Kai Cenat revealed that he had bought a house, a car, and was forking out $100,000 allowance to his girlfriend every single month. And then she proceeds to cheat on him with Kai Cenat's friend who has 13 baby mamas. What type of shit is this? And this tweet is currently sitting at 1 million views. Now, of course, there's a common theme in this situation. There's a blue check mark. There's bots in the comments section. She's responding to every single reply simply because that's how you rack up engagement, aka dollars, on the platform. But at what expense? At what cost? Another common theme on platforms like Twitter or TikTok is the miscaptioning of already existing clips, meaning they take these clips that already exist in some way, shape, form, or fashion, chop them up for their own nefarious gain, and then put a caption that has nothing to do with anything that's going on in the clip. Because these streamers and content creators spend so much time online, they say anything that can be taken out of context. And because a lot of people don't consume these people's content.
I saw in real time a tweet about you from one of those clip pages get botted. It went from 100K likes to 100 likes to 2K likes within 1 minute and didn't surpass 2.2 thousand likes for the rest of the day. Yeah, they bought the fuck out of that shit. That's what's so crazy about it too. Like obviously the reason why they bought that stuff is because it does end up attracting real eyeballs. But that's the reason why they do it. They bought it early, especially on Reddit. They'll brigade a post, they'll clip something from the stream, they'll put it on LSF, and then they'll bot the fuck out of it instantly. And it'll go up to like 3,000 upvotes out of nowhere. And the reason why they do it is because they want to drive it in the algorithm because it gets in front of real people, right? And they do it with everything. And it's funny because it like doesn't end up working at all. People who have already fallen for this kind of thing in the past will just use that as another justification to say like, oh, Hassan is bad. He's wrong. I don't actually agree with him. And that's it. That's pretty much it. That's all they end up doing. And I don't think it actually works. I mean, I'm sure it works to a certain degree as far as like, making, or just annoying me. That's probably it. But ultimately it's not very successful. Who is they you are referring to? It depends. It depends on who's doing it. But in a lot of instances, it's Destiny's community that does this on LSF. They own it. They own LSF. Normies don't know LSF exists. I know, but there is actually a funnel that takes information from LSF and then mass produces it out, and they're slop tubers. So it's not like LSF is just a cordoned off space for the most part. But whatever goes viral on LSF, which is easy to fucking manipulate if you bought it ahead of time, will then they got me checking your stream out and stay. Yeah, I mean that does work. Because some of the instances where Headmon at LSF posted a scam and may be gone soon, I highly doubt it. I feel like LSF is such a big subreddit. I know Reddit knows that they're botting everything. But yeah, as far as like normies not knowing LSF exists, but the Kai situation has been brought up by JD Vance, the vice president. So like things that happen on this stream can easily be clipped out of context or manipulated. A lot of people that already hate me in this space will use that as an opportunity to really farm the LSF shit over and over again. And it will turn into like this big ordeal. It'll turn into a whole drama, right? Botted clips about you are huge on r/new Iran these last couple of days. Yeah. I feel like their method backfires too. The only reason I watched you initially was because I saw this comment saying how much of a terrorist you were, but the clip didn't match up with that, and I wanted to see if you were actually what you were actually about by tuning in. Yeah. Speaking of LSF, did you see that new shady $1 million fan contest? There's a good Moist video about it. No, I did not. But yeah, disparaging you with drama to make you more toxic for your politics is basically what they do because they can't address the actual talking points. The only time they can address any talking point that I have over here, especially if it's a nuanced one, is by chopping it up and making it irredeemable, making it something that's entirely different than what I'm advocating for. And in instances where they actually do clip me out of context or fucking post me in a negative light, if it's in line with my worldview, I don't really mind it that much. But basically what I realized is that there are still plenty of fucking people that fall for that shit. And we saw that. We saw how much motion slopaganda might have. Nick Shirley did a slopaganda video. It went viral because it was botted into oblivion on Twitter. Elon Musk tweaked the algorithm to make it fucking super prominent. And then look what happened. Renee Good was shot and killed. There's thousands of ICE agents storming the fucking roads right now. The American government actually shut off the money faucet to a bunch of childcare facilities all around the country. So unfortunately, in this day and age, with the way that this government works, like the misinformation, the mass dissemination of misinformation is a very effective tool because there's a lot of fucking stupid people out there. It sucks.
On a regular basis, they're not going to notice the subtle differences as to what's going on. We're talking about haircut changes, we're talking about room changes. Everything just seems up to date because the content was published recently. Let's take a look at this clip. In the caption, it reads, Duke Dennis talks about the David situation. Says people should do their research before they make any conclusions since nothing is confirmed. For those that don't know, David is the singer who is on the run for allegedly ending the life of his 15-year-old girlfriend. Now, David is somebody who is a legal adult, so this is a totally messy situation after her body was found in a Tesla. And let's listen to what Duke Dennis has to say about the David situation.
It's so fucked up. I've been seeing everything that bro been going through, and it ain't even my business, so I'm not gonna speak on like what he should or shouldn't do. This is one of my biggest fears, and that's to be embarrassed. This is supposed to be his month, his week. The end of his year supposed to be.
Chad, you guys are so stupid. You're falling for it in real time. It's not about the David situation at all. That's the whole point. That's the reason why he's using this as a fucking example. Oh my God. Oh my fucking God. This is how it works. People can be primed into going, oh yeah, I do hate that like clips are heavily edited or completely out of context in many instances. And I tell you all this stuff. I tell you all this shit. And you fucking turn around and you fall for it.
So great and so happy. the internet done found a way to completely ruin this moment for him.
But the problem with that clip, and just like any of these other clips by some of these clip pages like DGen Clips, is that Duke Dennis is not talking about the David situation. Duke Dennis goes on to tweet, "What's funny about this, I don't even know who David is. That's why I don't get on here no more, because everything on this app is fake and y'all believe it." As you watch that clip in the context of this video, it probably stood out to you that it was chopped up. It was interesting how there was no name explicitly said in the conversation. And, you know, it just didn't feel right. But for somebody who's consuming those clips on the internet, it can easily seem as though Duke Dennis is talking about the David situation. And that would ultimately make Duke be some sort of nasty, scummy person. And that's not just me believing it. As I scroll through the comment section of the video, that's exactly what they're saying. Now, since that tweet has been posted, and this is where I'm definitely holding these platforms accountable, Twitter has put a community note on it. But ultimately, my question is, why is this not taken down? Why does this clip that's clearly misinformation as told by the community and is acknowledged by Twitter get to continue to exist on the platform? Especially because Twitter has a baked in reel/short form type system where you can scroll through them and not have to see that community note. It's easy to see how somebody could consume this and not read this warning label and still go on to believe that this person is disgusting, even though it's been debunked. You're probably looking at this and asking, like, why would people even be going about doing this? Well, there's a couple of different reasons. And this is why I said academics wasn't scot-free in all this. For one, it's to make a certain type of creator look worse than what they are. Some of it in an attempt to prop up their favorites. Some of it because these are like kids who are just angry at a certain level of creativity.
Bro, fucking nailed it, dude. And some of it is by whole ass adults who have never let go of a resentment that one content creator has over another. And in many circumstances, that personal resentment that that person has masquerades as like a real, sincere political disagreement that must be addressed. Okay? Duke Dennis says he don't know why people still work regular 9-to-5 jobs when streaming exists. He made $500K in his last stream. Y'all tripping.
So, you seeing streamers nowadays become millionaires, nigga, like doing this shit. So of course, naturally, like I tell people all the time, they be like, "Hey, bro, goddamn, I be wanting to."
Remember my 9-to-5 comment saga? Which ironically enough, many people actually fell for it, but it was early on. Even like between me and Kai Cenat, before these clip channels came into mass adoption, Kai Cenat and I had a fucking beef. Okay? Kai Cenat and I had a fucking beef. We were fine. We were cordial in the past, and we still are now. But there was a fucking ClipChimp account that went in and said I was trying to get like Aiden Ross banned or something. I think Aiden Ross was before he was banned on Twitter, or before he was banned on Twitch, was having a call with DDG, I think. Or no, Aiden Ross was banned and DDG was having a phone call with Aiden Ross. One or the other. I can't remember the fucking details. This was years ago. And one of the clip channels literally fucking clipped me talking about that, responding to someone asking me a question about it. And then the entirety of fucking WL content creators were like, "Oh, you're a snitch, including Kai Cenat." And I fucking turned around and said, "Shut the fuck up, you bitch," or something like that to Kai. And he was so fucking pissed off. He was so fucking mad that I called him a bitch, that he like unfollowed and all this stuff. And we're fine. We're cordial. We're like, you know, we're professional. But yeah, I went a little beast mode on it. And it was during this.
You a snitch. Niggas calling you a snitch because you snitched. Not saying I was Aiden because I was clearly Adam. But you a snitch, bro.
Yeah, this is what he was doing. Hey, by the way, you know what's really funny is I was right on Aiden Ross too. I was right on Aiden Ross too. Yeah, so when he said that, I called him a bitch. Okay? Except there was still people in his chat going, "Watch the full context. It was clip chimped." And then there was obviously Aiden got under his skin heavy. Hassan having a breakdown. even back then. So, not only was I right about Aiden just too early, have you apologized? For what? Nah, I'd fall for nothing. But yeah, this was one of the like, this is the type of shit that he didn't realize was happening all the time. You know what I mean? At the time. Now he knows. Now he knows. Now he knows how clip culture works and clip baiting works, clip chimping works in general. And now he also knows what Aiden Ross is all about anyway.
You feel me? You telling me you suck your dick, and it's so crazy because y'all niggas is like, bro.
I didn't call him a bitch. I said suck my dick. You would get shanked in prison for that? Okay, you can suck my dick too, dumbass. The fuck do you mean you get shanked in prison for that? You told both Rage and Kai to suck my dick when they weren't making jokes about you being a snitch, but chat riled you up into thinking that they were genuinely hating on you. Rage apologized for the joke after he learned to send a lot of hate your way, but Kai never did. Yeah, that was the meta. It was fucking clip chimpers on both sides. And they fucking played both of us like a goddamn fiddle. Anyway, I'm tight with Rage regardless. And like I said, I'm cordial with Kai Cenat. But again, this is how it fucking works. To be clear, it was suck my dick from the backside. Okay, you guys keep adding additional things. I can't remember what I actually said, but it was not nice, okay? It was not nice at all at the time. I was like, the fuck are you talking about? Calling me a snitch. In New York, saying that can get you touched, brother. Oh my fucking... Guys... Shut the fuck up. We're Twitch streamers, okay? Shut the fuck up. Yo, dead ass, bro. In New York, that'll get you touched. Shut up. We're fucking Twitch streamers, okay? Shut the fuck up.
It's so crazy because I'm not with the, like, I'm not gonna show any more entertaining into this, but y'all niggas, like, beef. Y'all say this shit about each other. I done seen you do it with SQC. I done seen you do it with a whole bunch of people. Y'all.
Wrong. 100%. 100% have done it with XQC many times over at that point. Wrong. Again.
Say shit like that, and then y'all go to parties together.
And it's this idea that like it's all fake, right? Like streaming is all fake. Yeah, I know.
And get drunk together and be like, fuck yeah, man, I love you. And shit like, fuck, bro. Like, I fucking love you, man. Like, bro, like, just stop, bro. It's fake love. It's fake love. Stay over there on that side of the field, bro. Like, feel me? Just don't get into that community then. Like, honestly, bro. Like.
Anyway. This was a long time ago. Like I said, we're cordial. But Kai can suck my dick too, okay? Oh, I said he can suck my dick too, okay? Every single person that thinks this is a snitch moment can suck my entire cock from the top to fucking bottom. They're dumb as fuck for that. Yeah, because they were calling me a snitch. Fucking bullshit. Anyway, my point was the reason why I was showing that is because, yeah, now these guys get fucking clipped all the time. And now they know what it's like.
I remember when Aiden Ross brought on Kick Champs, which is another one of the...
And honestly, I hope that they fucking take this shit... They take this shit down because it's so unfucking bearable. It has made the community unviable. Say that in Beverly Hills and get jumped, bro. Yo! You better not say that shit in Naperville, dude.
Those clipping platform pages onto his stream. He literally said the reason why he does these sorts of things is because he hates Kai Cenat.
I post a lot of positivity.
No, you don't, bro. No, you
Oh, let me
don't.
move my camera, bro.
I only post Kai hate because Kai is like he's racist.
What?
How is Kai racist?
Yeah, where you get that from, bro?
Because he only accepts black people into AMP. He denied you because you're white.
Nigga.
What? That's the reason why you hate Kai? Because I'm not an AMP?
No, it's just like it's multiple things. He's just
One, the monetization of content means that views are king. Even if it means you're loud, even if it means you're wrong, even if it means you're nasty, even if it means you're disgusting, getting people to click on your content, whether it be to hate, whether it be to love, is the ultimate end goal. Views are the end goal. So with that being said, content creators do whatever they can in order to get people to click. That way they get the engagement and that way they get the money. And the second system that is built on top of that is the whole concept of being first.
Bro was so confusingly racist. He got Aiden Ross confused, dude. Like, think about that. Think about how confusingly racist you have to be. That even Aiden Ross is like, what the fuck was that? Like, normally I'm on board. I mean, disparaging a black content creator, like, let's go. I'm on fucking board with that every goddamn day of the week, you know? But even he wasn't on board with that. He's like, damn, that's confusing. Like, you got him acting like he's reading words. Any words, really. I was gonna say fascism, but honestly, any word will do.
To market in these situations means that even if I don't have all the information, I need to be one of the first people to get the information out. Recently, world famous boxer Anthony Joshua got into a car accident, and DJ Academics, told you he wasn't squeaky clean, would take to one of his pages and tweet out some of the nastiest stuff in the world. 2 people lost their life in that tragic accident, and instead of doing his due diligence and waiting, Academics jumped the gun intentionally and said Anthony Joshua has killed 2 others in a car crash. And of course, because it was salacious, it got a bunch of engagement and it got a bunch of views. But because this was the wrong story, Academics got a lot of fire for it and had to end up redacting that sentiment and apologizing and acknowledging it on his live stream.
Just incorrect information going around. You know, I think we should all wait for like official sources to kind of give us a debrief of what happened. As well, I think a post did go out via one of my pages that was absolutely incorrect. And I believe it was taken down. I wasn't even aware at the time when it went up.
But yeah, Academics TV ain't act. That's his mod, which is really funny. That's even funnier, by the way, because that's not even DJ Academics. So everybody else at DJ Academics, whenever fucking his moderator using his name will just do some dumb shit like that.
But it was taken down as quickly as it was realized that the information wasn't correct. But yeah, it's just a very sad situation. Just incorrect information going around.
Anthony Joshua was in the backseat of the car. He sustained injury in this accident. 2 of his friends' lives were lost. And because there's a system that was created for there to be some sort of monetization for salacious news and the first to market system that is also enabling this type of behavior, Academics went way over the line and gave a weak ass apology as a way to try to, heal wounds. Trust me, Ac is disgusting in my eyes for that sentiment, but the system is also nasty. The last reason I want to highlight that this situation exists and probably will continue to exist is because these streamers and content creators believe that they need these fake pages, these clip pages, these disingenuous, information platforms in order to be successful and have careers. A few months ago, Neon highlighted how much he spends on clippers. I think it was like $1 million a month, some outrageous number a month, which...
That's fake. No fucking way, no how. Also, doesn't Neon literally bought the fuck out of his streams? How is he spending any money on clippers and he still has the bot? At a certain point, you got to stop doing that. He has 100 clippers making 100K a year. What do you mean it's fake? There's people who think that you pay for the hate clips that you get. I'm not joking. This has been going on for so long that back in the day when Twitter was actually normal and wasn't fucking broken before Elon Musk purchased it and ruined everything, I would trend on Twitter on a weekly fucking basis. So much so that Tim Dillon got jealous a while back, like many, many years ago, prior to Elon Musk's purchase, and was like, why is it that Hassan gets fucking clipped out of context and people yell at him and he's trending every fucking week? That was the meta. Phantom, Twitter is so ass now. What's up, Phantom? Yes, it is ass. It's ass as hell. It was kind of ass before, but now it's extra ass. It's so fucking bad. I miss when Hassan was trending every week. No, that shit was also, that was the early Clippers. That was what I'm trying to say. All of this started. Okay, look. I don't know Ohmeezzy's background, but I will just say this. I think the inflection point before Elon purchase even was Stake. Okay? Kick.com. Stake, the crypto gambling casino, gets kicked off of Twitch. Myself, Misgive, and Pokimane are seen as like the three primary figures responsible for that. All the top Kick streamers that went to get contracts never let go of that. Okay? They get really fucking mad. Then they start the website known as Kick. Okay? When they started the website known as Kick, they started paying those fucking botted ass, fave-star ass Twitter accounts over and over again. Okay? Over and over again. They just kept farming impressions. And in so many of those impressions that we're farming for years, they would consistently be like, this is the worst streamer of all time. Fuck this guy. Fuck this guy. And it would get like 100,000 likes and shit like that. Even back in the day in old Twitter, they were just farming that shit nonstop and they were botting that shit nonstop. Okay? And then they basically created a process where they have a Discord server where you have a lot of different clippers that get paid specifically to promote Kick streamers. Okay? And now a lot of those guys from like Fear Buck and all those other dudes, some of the top accounts that used to do that, they're now seen as like more consistent and more legitimate than the Kick Champ and all these other fucking fake accounts, like the one that we were just looking at earlier with like Duke Dennis, right? But they all get boosted by Rainbet, Rubet, Kick, Stake, whatever. Okay? Is really fucked up. But it has this kind of impression farming and clip chimping has ruined streaming. It's made it so much fucking worse. Yoxic is another one where a lot of these guys are constantly fucking engagement farming, slapping on a Rainbet ad, slapping on a Rubet ad, slapping on a fucking Kick or Stake ad on it, and trying to hit like virality. You see this type of engagement farming from crypto gambling accounts on the political side too? Yeah. The prediction maker market, Polywire, purchased newswire.us. This was a fucking news account, like a credible news account. Or it used to be. And now they're doing the fucking impression farming for Polymarket, another fucking gambling website. It's crazy. BNO News is doing Kalshi ads now. Brother, CNN is doing Kalshi ads. CNN, Clinton News Network. Like, it's not, like, there is an enshittification of society where everyone is trying to fucking secure the easiest bag they possibly can. And they're making the most immoral decisions, okay? No more ethics. It's just bag holding. That's all people care about. It's gotten to a point where it's just fucking crazy. It's just the only thing you can have. The only thing you can have is basically your own moral compass. And a lot of people don't even care about that moral compass because they're like, fuck it, everyone else is shitty. Why not myself? Maybe I should get a fucking little bit of that bag too. I mean, when you have CNN doing fucking Kalshi ads or a Kalshi collaboration to add predictive market gambling into their fucking regular news coverage, what is the expectation here? What is the expectation? Of course, the children and the kids and the people in fucking Indonesia are gonna, they're gonna benefit tremendously from $200 of extra revenue a month than even, an American teenager might. So it's over. It's over for the truth. And all of these other spaces that you would actually entertain or enjoy are just completely fucking busted.
I can kind of verify is true. And if you ask him, it's a necessity. He owes his life to the Clippers because if the Clippers don't exist, who's going to watch him?
This is why I don't think that's true. Because companies, right? Companies, are they watching streams? Are they going on Twitch looking at streams, twitch.tv/neon, Twitch. Whatever? No. They're seeing the clips. They're scrolling. The executives, they're scrolling. They see the shit come up on their phones. Collabs. You hit up someone. They're not, no, fucking... Kevin Durant's not watching a Twitch stream, right? He's seeing clips. He's like, oh, this dude's funny as fuck. Let me bring him on. Or let me do some shit with him. The clipping industry is bigger than ever, and the Clippers need to get more respect for making careers. The Clippers made my career, right? They made my fucking career, bro. No one sits down. The idea of sitting down watching streams is starting to die out, and it's more about scrolling. They want to see quick shit. Their minds are fucked. The world is so cooked. I'm the same way. Motherfuckers are scrolling.
Yeah. Streamers only watch others through clips as well. Exactly. The only reason I know who you are is hate threads and clip champs. I came to Twitch to see how evil you were. There's tons of us, so I'm sorry you had to deal with it, but you radicalized me, so I'm thankful to them in a way. No, I know. That's how it works. I get it. There are a fuck ton of people in here. That's why I'm saying, like, a lot of these guys that are fucking constantly hate farming and saying a bunch of dumb nonsense about me do end up funneling audiences to me because people come in and they're like, what's the deal with this fucking guy? Like, what's going on with this dude? Like, he can't be this evil, right? And then they come in and they go, oh shit, never mind. Everything I heard about this dude from Clip Chimps was a fucking lie. The problem is, it would be endlessly beneficial for me if I had positive clips out there, or at least like clips of my actual takes that cover the nuance of whatever the fuck I'm saying. Clips of my correct predictions, for example. But unfortunately, we don't have that. Okay? And it's impossible to fucking overcome the faucet of misinformation. So the best I can do is hope for charitability.
Every second, right?
Imagine being a slave to a platform or a page that is putting out fake clips about you, ultimately because you want Kevin Durant to watch your shit. While there is a sprinkle of truth in what Neon is saying, what he's not realizing is the detriment and the harm that these clip pages can, ultimately set up. But that's because he's fueling the machine. When the day comes when he is no longer fueling the machine, which I think is going to happen, he too will be a victim of the same clipping situation. And he will be screaming from the rooftops like I Show Speed or like Lacey, saying that he's going to take legal action against these people.
Store was. And when I found out who that person was, you're done, okay? And it's getting handed out. And you keep forgetting that I got fucking people. I got management. I got fucking people. I got people who like work for Twitter, high up. So, and I know all this shit. So, and yes, it was.
Of a person you have to be to use cancer to clickbait to get impressions. You know how much of an actual loser you have to be to use cancer to clickbait for impressions? Like, that's sad. That's weird. Like, that you have to be genuinely, like, actually, like, I raised money for breast cancer because of my mom had breast cancer, and for a page to just, like, use that just to get impressions, and not only that, but lie about it.
Why do you think the Hasanabi industrial complex didn't translate as well to the clip industry? I remember when you were actively pushing us to create more TikToks of your content. I think it's because I'm too wordy. And also, I don't know. I mean, it did for a while, but I don't think that there is enough content out there. It needs to be like, there needs to be an overwhelming faucet, an overwhelming faucet of clips. Someone said you're old, Onk. No, I mean, there isn't really anything like that. No, it's because the Clips complex isn't bought at the hell like the bad faith Clippers are. I mean, there's that element too. But yeah, there isn't. I mean, there's still shit like this, you know. They ban.
I need you to tell me, baby, where the hell is my husband? What is taking him so long to find me? Oh, baby, where the hell is my lover? Getting down with another. Tell him that my grandma said it. Tell him grandma said it.
Your husband is coming.
Always gotta hit that repost. You did have Matt Aura that day. Thank you. This is a thirst trap, not a clip. I know. Thirst traps do a lot better than the clips do. Like Nick Fuentes owes his career both to, you know, people recognizing that Israel is you know, destroying Gaza, but also on top of that, a lot of his fucking clippers that go crazy. Hassan Piker is officially streamed for 20,000 hours after 2,742 days live since 2018. It would take 2.28 years to catch up to on Hasanabi. It's the One Piece of Twitch. That's crazy. It's crazy. I thought you were about to say Nick Fuentes owed his career to thirst traps. I'm about to lose it. No, he has a fuck ton of real clippers. You've got to tell people they can make money monetizing your clips on Twitter if they do positive PR. That's true. You can make money monetizing my clips on Twitter if you do positive PR. You can also make money monetizing that shit on TikTok too, honestly. What's crazy is this is an actual photo from GP. Content is no longer available. No shot. This is still season 1 of Hasanabi piece. It is. All right, let's get back to it. When you have 1 million YouTubers producing political content, investigations, and whatever else in a news environment with zero trust in institutions, what it means is that the state no longer has to produce propaganda. It can just retweet something that looks independent. Yeah. What a viral YouTube video says about the future of journalism. Oh, Jay Caspian wrote about the Nick Shitley situation. What Charlie's doing is a local TV news investigation. He's the man on the street with the camera going up allegedly to fraudulent business and asking a lot of questions. This is a farm that has always worked, and he's mixing it with a little Roger and me everyman. The appeal of this is obvious, especially for the majority of Americans who hate mainstream media. Nick Shitley also did it in the dumbest way possible, right? And in this dangerous misinformation environment, as I have warned against over and over again, people do not exercise critical thinking at all. They do not have any media literacy. They do not exercise critical thinking at all. And they basically have a what you see is what you get attitude about this kind of stuff. So the bottom of the barrel, lowest common denominator content, like the dumbest fucking lowest common denominator content actually goes even more viral.
To get impressions, it's so weird.
Part of my predictions for 2026 is that we're going to see streamers actively log off more. And a major reason why is because of this fake, false narrative culture that is going around with these clipping pages.
Not me. Not me. I'm a fucking psycho. No, I'm not logging off. But because of but I've described it already, right? The reason why, in spite of all this shit, I don't log off, and it's I know people will say, oh, you're making fucking so much money, that's why. No, that's not the reason. Because all these other guys are making even more money than I do, and yet they're still logging off. Because those guys are entertainers, okay? Their primary purpose is to entertain people, and if the heat goes up too much, then they can just like check out for a little bit and preserve their mental sanity. The reason why I don't fucking log off, and the reason why I do this day in, day out, is because I have a project. I have a goal in mind. I have a positive, affirmative vision for the future. So that's the reason why I keep chipping away. Okay? That's the reason why I keep pushing no matter what. Remember that. And a lot of these other motherfuckers don't have that dog in them. And that's why when push comes to shove, that's why when the ideology that they've leaned into, like it's the new meta, like it's the new fucking video game. You know, when Fortnite falls out of fashion, you stop playing Fortnite, you try to fucking find a different game to play. A lot of streamers do it in the same exact way. A lot of streamers that entertain, you know, political commentary operate in the exact same fucking way, right? Those guys are not cut out for it because they don't have a vision for a better future. They don't care about the impact that their commentary is having. I do. And that is the reason why I don't fucking log off, regardless of all of the backlash.
The thing is, these streamers have other ways to survive. So if they starve these stream pages and clip pages, ultimately they will die out. But what it means is you won't be able to see your favorite creator going into the next year. I would love to see more legal action happen. I would love to see these platforms be banned. I would love to see any platform in which these fake and false narrative pages exist actually take a stand for truth and justice and say, yo, we do not want this slop on our pages. But this will probably continue as long as
it's good. I don't know who this guy is, but I like it. I like his commentary.